so the first step is to make sure that you have some sort of LUTs. That can either be the best free LUT pack ever, which is free at chichicheckit.com/downloads, or you can purchase my professional LUT pack that's so sick, but that costs 10 bucks. Or you can just go online and just type in free LUT pack and you'll find LUTs, but you need LUTs to install, obviously. And then you also need something to apply these LUTs to and test them out. So if you don't have any footage or anything prepared for this tutorial, you can go to chichicheckit.com/downloads once again and download the LUTs project files that are provided for free. So go there, download them if you need them. Now let's get started. Let's double click this best free LUT pack ever. And inside of here, you'll see that there's cube files. You need to make sure that you have .cube files. That is a LUT. Let's go over to wherever we installed our programs, which in Windows is in the main hard drive that you install programs to. Go into Program Files, go to Adobe, and then this is where you can find Photoshop and Premiere Pro. Now on a Mac, it's a little bit different. You're gonna wanna go to Finder, type in Applications or just App, and then you'll go to your Applications folder. Within there, you're gonna find Photoshop or Premiere, right click on it, and then you're gonna wanna select Show Program Contents or something along that line, which will allow you to go in, and the tutorial is exactly the same whether you're on a Mac or a PC. So we're going to start with Photoshop here. Let's double click on Photoshop, go to Presets, go to 3D LUTs, and then here's where you're going to install the LUTs. I think I've already installed the best free LUT pack ever because I created them on this computer. So what you're going to want to do is open up the .zip file, highlight the cube files, drag and drop. Now, yes, it's asking me to replace them. We can replace it. And it's going to ask you for administrative privileges. So just hit continue. Now let's double click the Check It LUTs, which I have not installed on this computer just yet. Select them. They are .cube files. Once again, drag and drop and hit continue. Boom. It's really that easy with Photoshop. Now going into Premiere is the same process. Program Files, Adobe, Premiere. Then we're going to go down to Lumetri, which is the coloring program within Premiere. Then we're going to go to LUTs. Then we're going to go to Creative, and this is where you're going to install these files. So let's drag and drop these into this folder as well. Drag, drop, replace the files because I've already done it, and hit continue, and boom. It really is just that easy. So now that those are installed, let's open up Photoshop and start editing so I can show you how to apply them within Photoshop and Premiere. So once Photoshop is open, oh, that's a cute picture of Kino that I took. We're going to go to whatever picture you want to mess with. I'm just going to use these two, stance and body is ready. Drag and drop into Photoshop. That will create two new files here. This one I just took out in the living room this morning when I was going to school. Took it real quick because I knew I was going to be making a tutorial today, so I was like, man, I need something. And then this I took on the way home from school. So now let's actually start with the legs picture here. Let's go down to layers, and it's so easy to apply LUTs to any picture. Go down to this half-filled circle here, and then go up to color lookup. This is how we load LUTs right here. You see load 3D LUT, and you'll see since we already installed the files, they show up right here. Now if we select it, it's that easy. Look how good that looks. Oh man, just like that, it's that easy. You apply LUTs just by clicking a button. Sometimes the LUTs will be overbearing and you're going to need to turn down the opacity. So you could start at 0 and then slowly introduce the LUT until you get the desired look. But the greatest LUTs in the world I have engineered to be one-click, super good looking LUTs. But that being said, most LUTs aren't like that. So if we click the LUT we just loaded, we can keep loading in different LUTs. My favorite LUT in the world is Buddha. It looks good on everything. I've never seen something that it doesn't look good on. This is what I use 90% of the time for most of my footage. So if you guys like orange teal looks, this is the best orange teal look I've ever seen. Lit as Fleek is the orange teal that I'm giving away for free. This one, it looks awesome, but I wouldn't apply it 100%. This orange and teal look is very, very cyan-y, and so I would bring down the opacity to like around 40. And then if you guys need further adjustments, go up to the adjustment layer, click on curves or whatever adjustment you want to do. I might introduce a little bit of contrast into this photo, just a little tiny S curve. And if you want to see a before and after, toggle the eye on the side and you can see what you've done. A LUT is meant to complement the image. It's not meant to just overbear it and change it completely. It can do that if that's the look you're going for, but most of the time you don't want to change the whole look of your image. You want to just help it get to that next level. So that's where these LUTs come in handy. That's a very basic look at LUTs. Let's do it faster, but now on this image. Click the lock, go to the half circle, color lookup, load 3D LUT, Buddha. Ooh, oh man, it makes the red pop so good. Oh man. Okay, now let's go faded 420, blaze it. Oh, that looks so good, dude. Wow. Let's keep looking. Worn moment. Ooh, look at that black and white. It's just such a clean black and white that's kind of slightly worn. I'd bring down the highlights here, but I'm not trying to waste your guys' time. I'm not going to go through. I'm just kind of showing you guys what it looks like. Ooh, look at this orange and teal. This one, once again, it's so overbearing that it's so cyan-y, but I mean, it just looks so stinking good. Okay guys, that's Photoshop. Now let's jump into Premiere and we can take a look at how we apply LUTs within Premiere and how to kind of mess with them as well. So if you guys are new to Premiere and you guys want to know how I set up Premiere and how basic editing and how my keybinds are set up, go to this link right here and check it out. I have a whole tutorial on keybinds and setup within Premiere. So go there. I'm not going to waste the time here in this tutorial, but anyway, let's do it. Let's find our footage that we want to use, and I'm just going to use fence, gazebo, tree, twigs, all of them. Just drag and drop it into here. Now let's just drag and drop all of that footage to the right and onto the timeline. Keep existing settings, zoom in using A. The concept behind applying LUTs within Premiere is a little bit different. You can just go through here and apply different LUTs to every single piece of footage that you want, but that's kind of counterproductive because you have so many clips that are being edited. Most of the time, you want to just apply it to an adjustment layer. And to apply it to an adjustment layer, we go down to the bottom left here where it says new item. We click on new item and we go adjustment layer. Same settings as your project here in your sequence. Now click and drag the adjustment layer above the footage, drag it out, and now we apply the LUTs to the adjustment layer instead of each individual piece of footage here so that we can turn off the adjustment layer if we need to and save some processing power, and then on top of that we can get a good look of what it looks like before and after without having to turn off every effect within the project. So it just saves time, it's better on your computer, it's just a better overall concept. So click the adjustment layer, go up to the color panel up here, click on color to change to the colored window settings here. There's two places you can apply LUTs. One is in basic correction. You can apply LUTs right here, input LUT. Most people don't do it this way because you can edit the footage here before you apply the LUT and then just apply it within the creative settings here by selecting look, and you'll see we have all of our settings here. Now I'm going to apply Buddha and show you what I mean. Make sure that you unclick that eye there so we can actually see what effects we're doing here. And now if we hit enter, we can watch this back, and if we select this preview window and hit the tilde key, it'll make it more full screen here. Look at that. Wow. Goodness, man, it looks so stinking good. Oh, look how juicy that looks. And let's say if we pause it by hitting spacebar, hit the tilde key again, we could see before and after here. So that's before. You can see it lost a ton of color. Once you apply a LUT, it just brings out the colors that you want. It just looks so good. But since it's an adjustment layer, we can continually change these. So let's check out Dragonborn on this. Hit the tilde key, hit enter to preview it. Goodness, man. Just looks so good. Oh man, these LUTs look so gorgeous. It's really that easy, you guys. It really is. For most LUTs out there, you're going to want to prepare your footage by using color correction in order to make the LUT look its best. For instance, if we grab lit as fleek here, you see how it just doesn't look that good. If we change the intensity here, we can start at 0 and slowly introduce it until we get a look that we like. See, that looks a lot better. Most of the time I said I keep it around 42 and it just looks so good. But if we want to tweak it further, we go to basic correction up here and then we can mess with the exposure. I think I had it pretty well exposed. Let's actually bring up the contrasting a little bit, bring down the shadows a tidbit. Maybe bring up the highlights a little bit here. And if you want to add a soft curve adjustment, you can as well. It's the same concept as what we did in Photoshop. It's just, I think this is a lot easier to mess with as well here, but I don't want the curves layer. I think that's too much, but because I already added the contrast. But just with that short amount of tweaking, look how good this looks now. If we hit the tilde key, hit enter, look at how clean it is. Oh my goodness. That is the power of LUTs right there. One click and you're in. Before and after here. Look at that. Woo-wee! What was that? Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope you guys learned something today. I know I did. Make sure if you liked the video to smack that like button and fondle that notification bell so you don't miss any of the future videos that I upload. I upload 2 videos a week now, so if you want to keep learning and downloading free stuff, I mean, why not subscribe, right? Right, Kino? Right? This dog is so weird. Make sure to go to ChachaCheckIt.com and download all of this stuff that you saw for free. Or if you want to download my ChachaCheckIt Greatest LUTs in the World pack and support the channel, that'd be dope too, but you don't have to. No pressure. Honestly, the support on this channel is enough, so thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I love you guys, right, Kino? Right? No. He's not having it. Anyway, guys, I'll see you guys on the next video, okay? Peace!